Okay, do you want me to kick off with what this is about whilst you're...
Yeah, sure.
So this is doing the deep healing work part 2. I think we're going to talk more about specifically what we're doing and what we've been doing for the past, I want to say 6 months, but probably longer. It feels like it's
Longer
intensified.
longer as individuals.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah.
the last 6 months has been intense because we've included Holy Spirit and Jesus in it. But like, which is, you know, if somebody starts down a healing journey of any kind, like it ultimately leads there.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, spoiler alert, you can't heal anything. We'll get into that as well. Like you can't heal anything from the root without it. So
the universe can only
that's
take you so far.
and that's probably also like what we need to cover.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that like like therapies are all surface level.
And you just keep repeating.
You think
the same
you're going
thing.
deep because you're talking about it. If it's talk therapy, like you think you're going deep.
Yeah.
Same with acupuncture. Like you think you're going deep because you're getting kind of results. You're seeing physiological change, but it's not rooting like any behavior, identity. All of that stuff's laid in the subconscious, and you can't go into that without Holy Spirit.
What I think about acupuncture now is that it removes the pain and how it's stored in the body enough, so that then you're able to work with Holy Spirit to like get deep.
Do you know what
it takes
you know what it
that
is?
Like shock value, I think.
So imagine like it's more. There's a good kind of way to describe it, I guess. There's a type of worm that exists. So bear with me.
Yeah.
There's a type of worm that exists that is deaf and blind.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
I know.
From its perspective.
Yeah.
What exists?
Nothing.
So, if somebody corrects its blindness and its deafness, suddenly
there's a whole world.
Yeah. Okay, that's how acupuncture is, and that's how usually and talk therapy I'd say less, but that's probably how I would describe acupuncture. Acupuncture is as if you've probably just had something. You've gone from being deaf and blind to now you're aware that there is more, but you don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
You're just aware that it's actually there.
Okay.
So I experienced this. I went through this with you.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And so I was like, hey, look, I know there's something. I was very aware because of I was already spiritual anyway, and I do think that my life has been blessed by God anyway.
Yeah.
And so it was always part of the plan, and therefore already in my subconscious or conscious mind that there was more to the story anyway.
Yeah.
So I was exploring routes to figure that out. So I was actively pursuing digging up.
Yeah.
Right? Because I just had that lens. But once I started getting those physiological symptoms and I could feel okay, these are definitely stored emotions in the body.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything about okay, well, what's the stored behavior because of the stored emotion? Because when you're emotionally triggered, it's almost like a scar, an imprint in your subconscious for how you're now going to behave in similar situations because of whatever happened whenever it happened. It changes everything from your cells to how you show up, how your brain loops, so that it changes behavior. So it's acupuncture was great because it allowed me to go, okay, this is real, this is in my body, and now I've uprooted maybe the emotion. But a needle's never going to change your behavior. Does that make sense?
That's probably why I struggled with patients a lot as well, because I feel like I couldn't get them over the line.
Yes.
And some you can, because they will then take it and do the work. But other people that are just, they kind of are always missing that end bit because they can't push it forwards, I guess.
That's everything. That's I'm trying to lose weight with a nutrition coach. Right, and the nutrition coach gives them the plan, gives them the habits, gives them the knowledge, gives them almost everything, gives them accountability, gives them all the things that they offer. And they have a 10% success rate after maybe 3 months. If I look at average length of engagement of nutrition coaches, and I hear this all the time with nutrition coaches, they're like, well, they shouldn't need me after 3 months. I'm like, no.
That's when the work gets started.
That's it takes 3 months to even just change one habit, to implement a new habit. it points to, actually, this nutrition coach just doesn't know anything to do with like what it takes to change identity so that they never relapse.
And also,
so like you're staying at the surface level,
yeah,
you're putting needles in bodies, essentially. It's the same thing. So it doesn't matter whether it's nutrition, whether it's fitness, whether it's talk therapy, even like whatever it is that
and people know how they should eat. Everyone kind of knows how you should eat.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's like more like I comfort eat when I'm stressed because I did it as a child because I was rewarded with chocolate. And I need to unlearn that habit.
Yeah.
Like, being given a plan has got nothing to do with, like, some people struggle to make good choices, which I understand as well. But I think, like, on the days when you're like, I want to binge food and I don't know why, but it just makes me feel better, it's like, right, well, let's figure out where that comes from instead, rather than just telling yourself off for eating bad food, because you're just going to keep telling yourself off and keep eating bad food.
That's the emotion
Yeah.
that's stuck in the body.
Yeah.
Which is why it keeps triggering, and therefore you keep looping your behaviour.
Yeah.
Because exactly that, you're not going deep enough.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, okay, well, the same thing keeps happening to me, and I can't change, and therefore there's something wrong with me. But then that makes you feel bad, and it triggers exactly the same behaviour over and over and over again. And so you think there's something wrong with you. And also that's probably a learned behaviour from like parents and teachers and things in the past that have also reinforced that same belief.
Yeah.
And so again, everything is based in a belief system. Like, and usually as well, the problem that people think they have with it, whatever it is, it's not the problem. It's their belief that creates their idea about what the problem is. So like, go to a business. You go, okay, Mike, I think I've got like a problem with leads. Like, I'm not getting enough leads. It's like, okay, why do you think that's the problem though? It's like, well, that's what you want. You think, and you think that more leads is gonna like improve your sales.
Yeah.
But like, where's your sales rate currently at? And like, well, I don't track that. It's like, so you don't even know if getting more leads is actually going to be the fix for your business, because you might have 1,000 leads, but you might not be able to sell any of them because you've got no sales skills or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, belief about the problem is usually wrong.
Yeah.
Because the belief system's rooted in an emotion that they're feeling.
Yeah.
And the emotion, so it's like, it's all these layers to why we even think the way we think. So when people are telling you anything, it's prudent to have like just that lens of like, I'm curious to go deeper before I even take you at your word. Yeah. Regardless of what it is, especially if you're in the health and wellness industry or you're a coach in any kind. Like,
this reminds me of when you were cleaning up my business.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just need to post more.
Yeah.
I just need to post more, or I need to post better, or I need more followers. And you're like, well, no, it's not going to change your leads. And then you're like, you actually get a good amount of leads. Like let's actually start tracking it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was like the one thing you were doing great at. It's like, you always had people in your inbox. You always had people after information when you had your old social media account. I was like, your issue is that you're struggling to convert them from being a lead or an audience member into any kind of funnel that is like going to tell you if they're more interested than that face value. Yeah. Are they actually interested in becoming a customer at some point? Yeah. Because if they are, then great. Here's the strategies to go and get them into your inbox, to your funnel, to your sales calls. And it's like, if they're not, then you've also got a content problem with the fact that you're keeping your audience cold. Yeah. With what your content you're posting. So even though you might be getting traffic, it's cold traffic. It's not hot traffic. Like, you have to create call to actions, buy-in. There's got to be a problem that you're actually solving. And that's what we found out, I think, when we first started looking at your business with acupuncture. Was like, you weren't solving problems at that point. Yeah. Like, you thought you were, because you're taught a methodology, and the methodology is that this can fix X, Y, and Z. But if you can't communicate that effectively, and you're therefore not getting clients that come in expecting to have a problem solved, they're always going to come back next week and be like, oh yeah, just treat me for the same thing again. Yeah. And you hate doing the work then, because you become like, almost just like, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a bit of resentment.
Yeah, with there's resentment, it builds.
But then you need the money, so you do the hour. Yeah. And your job satisfaction stays low, and like, this is how anyone delivering one-to-one anything kind of then just live their life. They just kind of go, everything gets stale. You know what I mean? Like, you get a new client, you think, this is great, and then novelty wears off after a couple of weeks. Yeah. And you're as bored as they are. And no one knows why. And it's like, well, you didn't go deep enough at the beginning before, so they weren't aware of the work that was necessary to even get to the place that they wanted to go, and they couldn't, or probably didn't even have the words to be able to communicate where they wanted to go, because the question wasn't asked anyway. So we'll dive into all this. I
got to a good point with my fertility clients by the end.
You had
such good like clients. I know one of them listens to this as well, and I love you, and you know who you are.
But like, what did you do? Like, what changed? Like, why did you have such a good turnaround with fertility clients and the acupuncture? Like, what was the biggest change that you think led to, one, you getting more job satisfaction, but two, your clients getting more results from you than ever before?
I think expectations at the start of like both of us, like setting expectations of like what this is, what it does, like the work I need you to say, like you to do on your part as well, and also qualifying people before they even come through the front door. I think massively changed it, because they came to be being like, I'm ready to invest, I'm ready to do the work, and I know what's expected of me before I've even paid for anything. So it's like amazing, we both know what's going on, like let's get to work. And they were great, because they they would show up, they'd do the work, they listened, they implemented. It was just great. And so every time they came back, I wasn't having the same conversation of like, you still haven't done this, you still haven't done this, let's start doing this. It's like, okay, cool, next bit.
Gave you energy for your sessions as opposed to being depleted every session, because you weren't having to,
especially as an acupuncturist.
you weren't having to, well, it's just, and it's the same, like I did, I was PT for anyone who's doing one-to-one. When you've got a, when you know that you're teaching somebody or talking to, or having a session for an hour with somebody who you know is going home and essentially pretty much undoing
everything you've done,
everything that you've just done in that hour, by the way they eat, the way they show up to their partner, whatever the issue is you're trying to solve. It's frustrating. Like it's frustrating as the practitioner. And what we end up doing is you end up going, it's them. They just don't get it. And it's like, no, actually it's you. Like it's you not being a good, like you aren't aware of how good of a guide you could be, because you've got so rooted in that your methodology is going to be the thing that gets people over the line. But it's like, anyone can put needles in anyone. You can do it without a degree and be really bad at it and cause a lot of damage.
So please don't do
but
that.
Like, I can put needles in somebody, right? Somebody who's got a degree in what you do, and like as you do, like you can also put needles in people. So what? Like they still have to go home, live 23 more hours of that particular day, 6 more days before they see you again. And within that time frame, if you haven't guided them out the door, i.e. with things that they can take action on, and things that they understand with like just the severity of why they need to do this work, and that having, if you're not in the back of their mind all the time between those two sessions, like it doesn't matter how long you stick needles in somebody for, they're never going to make the progress that you want them to make, that your methodology could deliver. And this is the issue for everybody in the health and wellness industry as a whole, is we're consuming wellness at the surface level. And so it's like a fish going up to the surface for food. You'll always be going up to the surface for food, as long as you stay healing those surface level problems and consuming wellness as if it's going to lead you anywhere other than like manipulation of the body temporarily. You have to go down to the depths if you want to go and change either who you are or how you show up in this world. And that's what we've been doing over the last, probably, all my life. But
6 months.
But this last 6 months have been really gnarly. Rough in such a great way, because like I'm so much more, like, I don't know, you're always evolving, you're always kind of growing and adapting, but there's definitely been like, since this walk with God and Holy Spirit and Jesus, like it's been really the heart. This is the last, I would say, probably like one of the last, I don't want to say last, but it's like, I don't know, the root. We're in the root now. Like we're only, like all the healing we've done over our lifetime, we're only now really in the root to some of these issues that I would say have presented themselves in either my life and your life, and we're only just getting there now through integration with the Holy Spirit and Jesus. So it comes really out cool in
such like unexpected ways as well. Like I was putting Noah to sleep this morning and just sobbed.
I
was just like, I can't do this anymore.
It was so funny because like me and Theo were on the side cooking. I just heard you and I was like oh we're up, like, because it just came out of, like you said, it came out of
just
nowhere.
Literally like my body, it's like my whole body.
I was like, I knew you were going through
like,
something, but I didn't know you were like that close. And then Theo was like, Dad. Like,
It's that sleep deprivation. It'll just like push you right into it. Like anything that's under the surface, as soon as you're sleep deprived, it's straight out. Which is like a good and a bad thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I just can't trust decisions or how I feel when I'm really tired.
Yeah, when you're emotionally compromised, no one can make
Yeah.
what was I saying to you last night? Was it last night? You were saying I'm gonna do this, and I was like, mm-mm. I was like, you're emotionally compromised. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And I had to say, do you remember what happened last time you did this?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not gonna have this conversation again. I was like, it's not the right time. It's not the right time.
Oh, you didn't want me to do social media. You wanted me to just go to bed.
You were trying to get on socials. You were trying to work, and I was like, it's 9:00. You're knackered.
Yeah.
And like, I understand that you think we're in a pressed position to do these things right now. Like, totally fine, totally okay and understandable. It's just that, like, what's the root of that? The root is that you're gonna work from a place of scarcity.
Yeah, and fear.
So you're not gonna produce anything that's meaningful, that's gonna be remotely helpful for anyone else. The best thing you can do for everybody is sleep. It's the best thing for you. It's the best thing for your potential new clients, and it's the best thing for our children. And you were like,
and Noah heard that and went, no.
Yeah. And like, imagine if you had worked, you'd have been so much more frustrated with how last night went, because he just didn't sleep.
Yeah, I just ended up hanging out with him.
Yeah.
I was only just really thirsty at 3 when I came to you, because I was like, because I kept putting it off because I was like, I don't want to wake him up. And then I got to a point and I was like, I'm so thirsty. I was like, I have to go downstairs.
As soon as you said you hadn't slept, I was like, why didn't you just come down earlier? And you were like,
it just doesn't.
I don't know.
It doesn't feel right that 2 of us are sleep deprived at the same time. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but we're both sleep deprived because we're catching up on however many months now. Like, we're both in it.
Yeah.
Because I've found that, like, every time I get more sleep, I'm worse the next day.
Yeah,
because I'm like, I'm coming from a deficit.
Yeah.
So actually, I'd rather be in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Because I actually feel as energetic.
Yeah, because we're both like.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're right. It's like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, you let me have 2 coffees today.
Yeah. That sounds bad. That's like, I do control your coffee consumption because we've found that it was
beneficial.
Making an impact on Noah.
Yeah.
If anyone follows your Instagram,
you'll see.
You'll know.
Yeah. He doesn't sleep. He's never slept.
But he did sleep better that night.
Yeah, and he has.
Which
I kind of regret my second coffee now. I'm a bit worried, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, This is the second day on the new sleep schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll just see. Play it by ear.
That saying, sleep like a baby, is absolute bullshit. Babies don't sleep.
Theo slept.
Oh, yeah.
Theo's and he still is a pretty good sleeper.
Yeah, he is a good sleeper.
He's a good sleeper. Noah's not going to be like that. He's going to want to, like, as long as he's been knackered, like, he's like, Noah's going to be like a dog. Like, I'm going to have to take him out for 2 walks a day. And
that's all you, baby.
Lots of play.
As soon as he gets off me.
Lots of throwing around. Probably have to do a lot of that, like, throwing at night.
Yeah,
kinda, like,
that's really helpful for
him.
Theo.
Yeah, we did that tonight a little bit, didn't we? So, yeah. So anyway, back to healing, back to dissolving blocks, back to what would you say, like, you've specifically maybe, like, worked through? I would love to talk about you healing some of your behaviours and patterns that you developed from childhood around provision.
Yeah.
The thing we went through this morning with you, basically.
Yes. Do you want me to explain where it started, like where the behaviour began? I
think maybe just first, like, let's name the problem that you were having.
Fear of letting go of finances, and you.
So, okay, in a language that everyone's going to understand, like, what was coming up that was actually, like, just the point of resistance either between us or, like, in the house and the thing. Like, just describe the problem as if you're trying to tell Theo why you were mad and angry and what was coming up for you.
I was scared.
You're asking me.
I don't know.
I don't know why you're asking me.
I think so. I don't know.
Are you double guessing now because you having to recall? Do you want me?
Can you tell me?
But also,
remember, like, I can't remember what happened this morning.
But here's the thing. So this is what happens for you as well. Is you say I can't recall, and then so here's the other thing, is like, we're not pressed for time, and this is just a conversation between you and me with an audience.
Yeah.
So what's great about that is that you can take the time to pause, have a breath, and then, like, settle into just you for a minute and think about, like, well, how did you feel? And can you remember, like, what made you feel like this? Do you know what I mean?
It's really hard at the moment because I don't know if it's like a protection thing because I'm postpartum, but I feel like when I'm done with bits of the day, my brain just goes, "You're done," and like I lose it.
I can't
remember. All I can remember is just getting to that point of such anxiety that I cried, and I just was like, it felt like I was like, I can't carry this anymore. Like, this is too heavy to carry.
Cool.
But I can't really remember like any triggers or what was building or anything like that.
Okay, so you had quietly been building resentment for a while in regards to this is what you were carrying. You were carrying that, like, my work, contracts, and kind of growing a new business, it's slow. It's up and down. So because, again, you're kind of single mum stuff, you've struggled since we got together to rely on me
massively
for anything. Not because and yet there's been seasons where like all I've done is financially provide for you and shown you that I'm a reliable partner. But what's been happening is that like I will come home sometimes, or like, well, I don't come home. I will just come downstairs.
Walk downstairs.
From the office, and you'll be like in your bank account on your phone for the 8th time that day. And I'm like, what are you expecting to change? Have you made any sales today? You're like, no. I'm like, so why are you in it? Well, I'm just looking, and you're trying to like problem solve things that are, and like you got 2 kids sat in front of you who you've said you want to homeschool. This is not to condemn you.
No.
I'm trying to just make us like real for people. Like, we're real people. And we have things that we want to heal. We have behaviours that we don't like about ourselves. Like, this is the work that we do. And I'd be like, you're not going to solve that problem in there. And what's the point of me being up in the office, away from the kids, working to generate money if you want to do it by yourself? What's the point? Right? So anyway,
I've forgotten about this.
Well, that's what's been like behind the scenes for like a couple of weeks. Is like I've just noticed these little patterns for you, right? But then the conversation never goes beyond that because we've got kids, we've got to do X, Y, and Z for the rest of it. And so this is like the seed. That's like a seed, though. Right. So that's in you, and it grows because every thought that you think is a seed, and it takes root. It takes form in your heart, and this is where the Bible really does a real solid here.
This is about the mustard seed.
This is the root, right? The roots of the issues that are presented to you in your life, they come from your heart. You think a thought, you think it stays in here, it doesn't. If it goes left unchecked, it goes down into your heart, and it takes root. That root grows. How does it grow? Well, because you are a absolute amazing, this is the spiritual realm now, where all the new age spiritualists are going to be like, oh, this is us. You're made to manifest things from the heavenly realms down here on earth. That's what we are designed to do. Okay? That's why everything will come from your heart, and it will come out into your reality. This is why new age spiritual people tend to do quite well with manifestation.
I know, some people are really good at it.
Even if they're not with God. It's because they're starting to like go, well, that's the concept, I believe in that concept.
And
like,
just that alone.
And it's like, but as we know, because we have people in that community, we know people in that community, God can come in and be like, right, you're done. he can just blow their minds completely, because he's like, right, now you need to like open up to me.
It feels like they cherry pick bits of spirituality.
They say, I like this bit from the Bible, but I don't like that bit because that's going to require what?
Obedience.
And work. It requires you to see yourself as not all love and light, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, it's anyway. So let's get back to you. So this manifested then into a part where you get so overwhelmed, and
I can't be
because
present.
of the wilderness season that God has us in. This is the other thing. This is why, like, this is why he's been doing this for you as well. Is like, he's like, when are you going to relinquish the control to Mike, like you say you want? Because you're saying you want to, but you're also not stepping in the direction of where you say you want to go. It's like, and we've had this conversation probably on other episodes, where it's like, a simple thing is like, I wish he did the washing. It's like, do you allow him to do the washing his way? It's like, no. It's like, well, he won't do the washing as long as you won't relinquish control. And it's the same thing. Like, and that's why God uses a wilderness season, is he looks at your heart, like he's the judge of your heart, and so he can see the things that are preventing you from being in your own calling. Your calling is to be like leading mothers in motherhood.
Yeah.
You've been feeling that, doing that, and it's been fruitful for you.
Yeah.
But you are a hypocrite if at home you're trying to do everything.
Yeah, 100%. And I always say, like, mums can't do everything and shouldn't want to do everything because it's just too much.
It's way too much. Like, it's the same for me. If I was going to be with the kids all day and work, it'd be way too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's way too much at the moment, and I only have them for like 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day by myself, and it's just like it's by the end of it, I'm like,
yeah, it's hardcore.
So anyway,
and
this might sound tough, this might sound rough, but like, I'm only talking from a place because like I know that we've already been through this, healed it, and not processed it, but like come out the other side of it and seen fruit from it today. So like, we're just talking openly, honestly. Like
we've done this today, and it's created such good things. Like, we went to church. Begrudgingly, I went to church. I didn't want to go to church.
I want to talk about this for a brief moment after.
In my head was so like, F God, I'm not going. I'm not going. But it's produced so much fruit because we came back, I cleaned, we both tidied. The place feels amazing.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have happened without my breakdown this morning. Lack of a better word. So I can see how fruitful it is, and I can see how much it changes. And I've also been scared to have conversations about finances with you because that feels scary. And so by forcing it, I'm like, I just feel better by just doing it, by just talking about it.
It's so funny because like God had to correct me on this maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, because I was getting frustrated with him. I was like, God, we're ready to go. I was like, we've been in wilderness for a while now. We've been healing a lot of the stuff you've been healing. I'm showing you that I'm obedient to you. Yeah. Even when I don't agree with you.
Yes.
I've shown you that I will still step in the direction that you want me to go and do the uncomfortable things, even if I don't agree that it's right.
Yeah.
And I was getting to the point where I was like, you're not holding up your end of the bargain. You brought me in here, into this season, into this life, because you told me that I was going to go and do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not doing it. And he literally was just like, well, it's just not about you, is it? And I was just like,
I'm really...
And it was good because I got like 2 things. First of all, I was like, okay, great. At least one, maybe it's a selfish thing. I was relieved that I wasn't blocking us in any way.
Yeah.
But he humbled me because he was like, how are you supporting Beth when she's going through her stuff?
Yeah.
And I was like, I could do better there. I was like, fair. All right. And it's like, and I had to reframe it. It's like, she's not holding us back. I'm not supporting her through, because I was almost like, I think I was downplaying. Yeah. Because I just thought, what do you mean? Like, in my head, I'll be like, what do you mean you won't talk about finances? It's like, well, I'm not being empathic. Yeah. Of maybe some of the traumas that you've had with maybe previous partners about finances and things like that. Yeah. You know, I've just always gone, well, just like, I'll just do it. Because like, that's what I've done in my past, is I've just taken care of things. And not great, by the way, in my like previous seasons, but because I've got God now, like, way better. Yeah. So. And
I've never experienced somebody doing that, so I've always been like, well, no, I don't get it.
I don't trust you. Yeah. I don't trust
I don't trust anybody else. Like, it literally feels like God's being like, give it to me and Mike. Yeah. And I'm like, no. Yeah,
and you have been like that.
And I'm like, I'm trying, but it's really hard. And like, but I can so see where it comes from in childhood now, even without it coming in with like previous partners and stuff. But I've always been with guys that are like, it's 50-50. We're paying 50-50 no matter what. Like, one guy I dated was like minted. His dad was a millionaire. He had 6 kids, sent them all to private school, and then gave them all allowances as adults with their own lives, and like, they were all minted. And he was always like, right, let's split it down the middle. And I was like, are you taking the piss? Like, I don't know, like, it used to drive me insane, because I was like, why don't we do it like ratio on how much we're earning or whatever? We've done it both ways. We've done so many different ways.
I've never been a 50-50 person. Yeah. I've always been like, I ain't tit for tatting you. Yeah. It's not like,
I think because we don't keep score.
There's that. We don't keep scores. But like, how we did it when we first got together was like, okay, who's earning more money? Yeah. It's like, I was earning more money and consistently for a bit. So it was like, yeah, I pay 60% of everything.
Yeah.
Regardless. Like, it was just whatever I earn, 60% of it is straight in our joint account, and the rest is mine. But then we got, obviously, when we got pregnant with Noah, then it was like, right, you're my wife.
Yeah.
So it's like, that 60-40 goes out the window. It's our money now.
Yeah.
Everything's just ours.
Yeah.
I expect, if for whatever reason, it's never going to happen for us, but like, this is why people don't become one flesh, because they are scared about, well, what happens if we get divorced?
Yeah.
That is already a thought in people's brains when they're getting married. What happens if we get divorced? It's like, hang on a minute. No. That just means that as soon as this gets a little hard, or like, that means your love for your partner is conditional.
Yeah, you're right.
And it means you're not willing to try and heal. You're more concerned about being hurt by your partner than you are about producing a fruitful marriage.
Yeah.
And doing hard things with your partner on a journey of life.
Because if there's a backup, it means it's an option.
It means it's there. And what do thoughts produce? They are seeds, and they can manifest. So like, you're only playing, and this is what we're going to get to. This is how everyone's life plays out, from the very things that they either fear or the very things that they are essentially most anxious about.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for people to step into things like, well, how can I manifest? Oh, I just need to do affirmations. Like, well, not if you're battling those two things more so than you are planting good thoughts about your life and about your partner and about your finances, about all these other things. And we've gone a little off topic, but we'll bring it back to what you were healing this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should I go back to like what happened in childhood, like briefly?
Yeah.
So, like, the thoughts,
yeah, like, so like, why was this coming up for Beth all the time? And why wasn't she able to like relinquish the control? So even though you were conscious that the problem was here, it's like, no matter what you try, no matter how hard you tried or your willpower was to be like, I'm going to let this go, you couldn't. Yeah. And it kept coming back and coming back. Yeah. And it would be days apart, right? But like the same thing bubble. Would be... A good example is like, you know, when you've maybe noticed the pattern in your partner and you've brought it to their attention, and you've had an argument about it or whatever, and you think, okay, well, it's done now. And I can take that one off my plate. But then like a week later, they're doing the same thing again, and it grinds your gears. Now, I don't hold resentment for you, so like, I wasn't like that with you this one. I was just like empathic for you. But I know I've been in relationships where I'm like, we've spoken about this. Why isn't this changed?
Why isn't this sorted?
And like, oh, this is driving me mad. Yeah. It's that. It's like, why does this thing keep coming back? And so now we can go into what was this rooted in? Yeah. And therefore why it was presenting itself as like behaviour. Yeah.
Well, my mum was a single mum pretty much my whole life. I think her and my dad split up when I was like 18 months old, something like that. And he didn't pay a penny for me ever. So it was always on her. And so she used to work a lot, and I wouldn't see her much. And we'd always be skint, even though she worked a lot. And then my brother came along, and then she was then a single mum with 2 kids. So again, she'd work really hard, but we'd always be skint. I'd always be jealous because like we live on the Wirral, and we lived on the posh side of the Wirral. So like all the coldy people, the Heswell people, like you see the holidays that they go on holiday like every half term to like these amazing places, and they have all these clothes and like all these things, and like you go to school with them and you're like, gosh, like my life doesn't look like that. Yeah. So then I'd feel embarrassed because I was skint, and my mum would always talk about money in a really negative way of like, oh, I can't afford that, and well, we can't do that because we're watching Money. And so like I was always made to think like, it took me like 3 years because I wanted to start this like dance school, but I was always too scared to ask. And it came up a conversation one day, and I remember my mum in the car being like, why have you never asked me? Like, of course I would do it. And I was like, I didn't want to make you feel bad because like I know we can't afford it.
Yeah, the example, and this is why it's so important to like, you have to be careful with what you say to your kids. Yeah. When they ask about those sorts of topics, because it's like you're painting their idea of the tool and the resource and whatever it is. Yeah. And so it's like even just down to things like, can we go here today? And you're like, we haven't got time. Mm-hmm. Guess what your kid always thinks? There's no time. There's zero time. Yeah. There's not time to do any of the things that are important to me, and that I can't make time. Yeah. It's like, and we think our brains go logically. It's like, well, if you don't have time, you don't have time. It's like, no. every single thing is about making the time for it.
Yeah, it's priorities.
You go, well, no, because I have to work, and so therefore I have no time. It's like, no. You give your time away to work, and therefore you cannot and will not make time for anything else that's important, because you deem work more important than something else. Well, how am I going to make money back? Good job. Good questions. These are the questions that lead you to the root of why you think the way you think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, like, that's how I grew up. I was always skint, and my mum was always carrying her partners. So she always out-earned partners. But, like, especially my stepdad, like, he was lazy. He was lazy. He had all the hours in the day. She, like, funded him through an acupuncture degree that he never even used.
Didn't do anything
and
with
then,
it.
like, I was kind of left to get myself through my acupuncture degree. And I was like, I'm watching you fund your husband.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it, and I've got no help. But we're doing the same thing. And I was baffled by it. And so, it just, like, I always saw from her that money was scarce, you have to work really hard for it, and you still won't have a lot of it, and like you'll never have enough, and you can never trust somebody else to provide for you. Like it's not available. That doesn't happen. And like I even remember, like, it's so interesting going into this, because then I remember her bitching about women who were stay-at-home mums whose husband paid for everything.
Yeah.
Because she would always be like,
they're lazy.
Yeah. Or even like, but they're miserable, Beth. They hate their husbands. So I don't want that. I wouldn't want that life, because, at least I'm in control here. And it's like, well, is that true? And also,
and hopefully now you get to just zoom out from that 30,000 foot view and you go, no, that's the picture she's painted about her reality because of the situation she's found herself in through exactly the same thing. Yeah. Thoughts, beliefs, patterns, behaviour, what you're willing, your boundaries, what you're willing to tolerate and not tolerate.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
So all of that was like backing up everything that I've been going through, like just how I feel about money. And then the only time in my life I've ever earned well was when I was working in London.
Yeah.
But that, like, I've paid for my own rent since I was 18. Like, nobody's ever paid my rent or, looked after me or done any of that type of thing. So for me, I'm just like, I can't manifest it because I can't picture it, because I've never experienced it. And so I need to practice.
That came up the other day when I was like, what do you think? Like, I'm like, you're like, why are you so calm? I'm like, because like I could make like 30 grand tomorrow in like one sale.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. I'm like, yeah. And not only that, like somebody could offer, like I've got loads of like connections with companies in the States and in Kuwait and the Middle East, and like that are always looking for like I just think we're at the season we're in. Like, I'm like, let's just spend time with the kids, and you're like, I'm like, that, like, we're gonna be fine. Like, our life can change overnight. Yeah. And that doesn't even point to like that we're in like a bad place. Like my last contract, like you didn't manifest my last contract.
No.
But like, did it provide for your rent? Yeah. And your food?
Yeah. Did everything.
You got clothes, food. We went on holiday.
Yeah.
Like,
do you
remember all the things I bought for our family?
Yeah, just my brain just rejected it immediately.
And that's
afterwards.
the thing. It's like, it doesn't matter. And so that's why I always like say to you, I'm like, hey, can we just ground in truth for a second?
Yeah.
And that's when these things come up, like I have to remind you of like the truth to our situation.
Yeah.
And as soon as you start, you're like, oh yeah, no, I don't need to worry about all these things. It's like, it's like you gave me a to-do list the other day for the new business. And I don't know if you were like surprised or anything, but like it was done within like 2 hours.
Yeah, I was surprised.
It was like, no, like I like working.
Yeah.
It's more that like
we've just been in a hard season.
Like, when God puts you, like, hey, if anyone's listening and you haven't stepped into union with God yet, and you go through like one of the things He'll do, and this is in the Bible a lot. It's brilliant. Not brilliant. It's hard. He'll take you through a wilderness season, a season of wilderness, and it's actually for you.
Yeah, pruning.
It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
But He's going to restrict, limit, and purge you of everything that you've ever used to basically numb or avoid your emotions. Yeah. So, okay, if you rely on your income from work, for example, to afford you, to feel safe, or afford you certain things that make you feel calm and safe and all these kind of things, He will put you through a season where he will be your provider.
Yeah.
And so you will have money when he says that you will have money.
Yeah.
And what he'll do is he'll take you to the very brink of where you feel like your life is about to end.
Yeah. It gives
Why?
you mana.
But why? Why does he do that? What does he need to do in you?
I don't know, like purge your fears.
Yeah. But remember, if you're avoiding them your entire life...
Yeah, he's like bringing them up to the
So
surface.
he's removing the thing that you use...
Yeah.
So that he can go into the root of your heart...
Yeah.
And let it come up to the surface so that you can, what? Process it.
Yeah.
So that you can realise that it's a construct that you've created yourself.
Yeah.
And it's imprisoned you. And it's preventing you from becoming the person that you are.
Yeah.
Which is when you're... That's how you get your renewed identity in Christ.
Yeah.
You can't have a renewed identity in Christ and show up different in the world if you're operating from the same place that you're currently operating. You have idolatry, you have altars, you have bondage, and we have crutches. That's what bondage is like. Like, we rely on things to restrict or numb or avoid our feelings. Yeah. But God gave us feelings for a reason. They're a map. Yeah. You shouldn't be led by them. Yeah. But we should use them as a like we did today. You got really upset. It was like, well, what are you upset about? Yeah. And funnily enough, like, your mum came up. You were like, I'm just upset, like, with, you know, how my life was, like, because of this, and this. And it's like, good job. Like, you're doing this. That's the work. Like, you wouldn't have had that if you were out doing acupuncture every day. No. Because, like, guess how many of you take your emotions to work? No one. Yeah, no. You just, like, get on with it. Yeah. You had an argument with your husband in the morning and then you go to work. Yeah, you're fine. Put your face on. Yeah. Put your face on. Yeah. So. Yeah, and because, like, God did this for me, which keeps making me laugh now. Like, I never valued cleaning. I knew you'd have a good time cleaning. And then he took my cleaner away from me. Yeah. And begrudgingly, I started cleaning. And then I was like, ooh. I really like this. When I cleaned in this house, I used to trigger you when I cleaned in this house. Yeah. And I could never understand why. And like, I don't know if, like, you thought I was, like, shaming you or something. I was like, no. Yeah. I was like, I like cleaning. Yeah. Because it frees my head. I can talk to Holy Spirit. I can, like, I don't know. I get, it's like that age-old thing. If you're working with your brain all the time, you need to work with your hands. Yeah. It's the set. It's the right side versus the left side of the brain. You have to do the opposite. So yeah, there's something really meditative with cleaning. But he took my cleaner away to teach me the value of cleaning, because that's like stewardship. Like, stewardship, it's stewarding your home. Like, it's really important. I had my little, like, guests with me. I had Noah on my back and Theo was following me. Every time I saw Noah on your back, he was like just laughing. Yeah, he had the best time. He loves coming cleaning. Theo had a bit of a spring in his step. He loves it because I get him to hold things. Yeah, and so he was enjoying it. But yeah, so that came up for me, and then I don't even know how I processed it. I just know that I feel better now. You used my new framework. That's yes. Because I was like, I was like, look, because I gave the option. Yes. I said, like, you can talk. I was like, you've got your walls up. Yeah. So I was like, you're not really talking to me and let me in. Yeah. Which is fine. I was like, that's fine. I was like, but can you go speak to God about it then? And then you were like, I ain't speaking to God. And I was like, yeah, I was mad at God. Well, I was like, you have to choose one or the other. Yeah. Because the day can't move on until this is dealt with. And you were like, fine, you. I was like, all right, well, look, I already know what's going on. We've already had this conversation. We're not going to have it again. And then you were like, what's that new thing you've done? And I was like, you should try it. I was like, the new framework. Yeah, and you were the first person to actually, like, give it a go. I love it. I wanted to actually immediately send it to, like, all my clients I'm working with. It's brilliant. To be like, just use this to figure out what's blocking you and why. Yeah. And as you said, it's, like, less embarrassing because you're not having to say these, like, deep, dark wounds. That's what I mean. It's like I don't have to. You don't have to tell me anything. It's like, you can just go and put it in this. This thing isn't going to judge you. Yeah. And it's probably going to come out with all the things I'd say anyway. And we didn't get to read it properly because we had to go to church. So I actually want to read it again. Yeah, I'll pop it up in a sec. But I also think you should talk about stuff you've been healing recently as well. 100%. So the heat's not just on. All right. Yeah. See, I'm gonna need you to do some of the things now. Yeah. Because I can't remember. There's been so many. It's so hard when it's lifted and it's gone. And then like, okay, and then you kind of just move on, and then you forget. I think because there's been so many things that have come up for both of us. I can't even remember what you've gone through recently.
Has there been anything this week?
No, mine was like last week.
You get so moody, it's so funny.
I was in a bad way last week, but I
Yeah,
can't remember
you
what it was
were.
about now.
Was it like...
I get really upset.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
what I get. I just get upset.
Yeah, you do. Was it like dad stuff? I feel like it might
I
have
think
been.
it was dad
Yeah,
stuff
I
last
think it was
week.
dad stuff.
But
Like
I can't.
being a dad without a dad.
Dad stuff hasn't really been a thing for me for a while, because like my dad died so long ago that like I've gotten so used to life without a dad.
Yeah.
That like it's never. But like now I've got my own sons.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I have, you know, I have two sons in very different ways.
Yeah.
Because one is my biological son and one isn't my biological son.
Yeah.
So I'm being a dad with absolutely no. That was it. That's what I was.
Yeah.
I was upset with. Me and Theo we'd had like a good time out or something, either basketball or like
Yes.
something. We'd done something where like I'd had a really nice time because he'd had a really nice time.
Yeah.
And so I had that like feeling. It's gonna make me cry. I had that like feeling of like, oh, like I got to give him like a nice time.
Yeah.
It is gonna make me cry. Yeah, like I can't remember what that's like to feel.
Yeah.
Oh, and God provided for us as well, and that was something that we both got to experience, because you haven't had a dad that's like been supportive to you,
That even likes me.
that even likes you, but like, you know, I've never felt what it's like to be rewarded because of good behaviour.
Yeah.
And God
we've been
rewarded us
obedient.
because we've been obedient.
Yeah.
And he got us tickets to
Chester Zoo.
Chester Zoo. Just sent the whole family for free to Chester Zoo.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and we both got this overwhelmingly just warm feeling of
Yeah.
like, oh, I feel so good because like I know I've been obedient and that's why we've got this.
Yeah.
And we knew it's come from God.
Yeah.
Because of like how it showed up, and we hadn't
any other way.
it couldn't have come any way.
Yeah.
And we both got to kind of feel that.
Yeah.
And experience that, and it was brilliant. But yeah, I got really upset because Theo had just had like, he had that spring in his step, he had that like glint in his eye, and you could just see that like going out with dad had made him happy today.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was effortless. Like what we did was so effortless, and it was just like, gosh, like I had it from all angles. I was like, gosh, his dad's missing out on like this.
Yeah.
Like why?
I
would
always
you,
used to think
like why would you say no to? I'm not judging. Like
Yeah.
I think if I ever met the guy, I'd have so much compassion for him.
Yeah.
Just be like no judgment, man.
Yeah.
No judgment. Like none of us are perfect, man. Like 100%. But like, oh, like you missed out. You're missing out. Like anyway, and that's probably not it's a weird thing to put on a podcast, but anyway. But like, it's nice to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because we had the same wound. I didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
You didn't have your own biological dad, but you do get a dad.
Yeah.
But like
That's
at
why
some
it always
point
makes me
at some
happy.
point you're gonna wake up to that. So like that will we're gonna have to
Cross
navigate
that
that one
bridge.
too when we
Cross
get
that
there. But we'll
bridge,
see how it goes. But then I think I came home and obviously like Noah was like he's been getting so much more cuddly with me recently and so much more like I want to be here and want to do that. So it just pulls on it. It just pulls on that like, and then I think like, you know, okay. I don't know, just that idea, you know, death's been, I've experienced lots of family members die in my family, like, so it just, it again, the wound, right, the root of the wound is triggered in certain moments, and so it just pulls out maybe some stored emotions from that kind of time, and like I think I just had a few days where I was maybe just like a bit upset or something. I can't really remember what else.
Gentle way of putting it.
Let's talk about work. Let's talk about work trauma and business trauma.
Yeah.
Business trauma's come up for
that's
me.
been a big one for you actually.
Yeah.
So take us through that then. So
because business trauma actually led me to this.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Oh, and you're back.
And I'm back. We can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Which was probably one of the things that I always struggled to heal. I'd really struggled to heal my back. But let's talk about business trauma for a second. So you can probably better explain what it's been like for me to have a new business again that I'm working for. Because Holy Spirit gave you words on the last Sunday about, are you ready for Mike to go back into like work mode? Remember?
I forgot. Yeah, Holy Spirit. No, it was swimming. I was sat on the side of the
last
pool
week
and swimming. Yeah, and Holy Spirit was like, "Are you ready for Mike to hustle?" And I went, "Yeah." And Holy Spirit was like,
because it's like what's required of you.
That means that like you're mumming.
What's
hard,
required of you?
And like, are you ready for Mike to hustle? And I was like, yeah.
And this is why it's funny, because like obviously you've been like, I want someone to provide for me. I want this. I want that. I want this lifestyle. And it's like, I've come from like, I've owned businesses before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I used to work 14 hours a day in those businesses. I can't do that now.
No.
So like Holy Spirit's doing some work with me as well. Jesus is going to do some work with me.
Yeah.
But because I've come from that, and now I'm like, okay, well I've got 9 till 2 to get this done.
Yeah.
There's some days where it's like I didn't get half the stuff I wanted to get done,
Yeah.
and my time's over, and I need to be with the kids now.
Yeah.
And that's new. That's new for me.
It's hard to put things down. I really struggled with that with Theo. It's like hard to be like, I have to stop now, even if I'm in the middle of something.
Yep.
I have to stop right now, and it is really frustrating.
And like the Friday, and like where it was quite dad heavy day this week.
And I'd pre-warned you.
You had pre-warned me.
I said to you the day before, I said, you are dad heavy tomorrow, because I had 2 clients.
Which is great.
Oh my god, yeah.
You actually got out of the
an
house.
hour out by myself. It was bliss. I had a
and
client.
the kids were ace, if I can remember. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, because you let him sleep.
Oh,
when
shit.
he wasn't meant to.
I forgot about that bit. Just to Beth said I could let Noah sleep for 10 minutes because you wanted to test.
Yeah, I'm doing a new sleep schedule thing.
And Dad let him sleep for 75 minutes. That's how I interpreted that one.
Yeah. Which is an interesting interpretation.
Look, Theo needed me and he had a great time, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, great.
And then, but again, funnily though, because Noah slept that night and then didn't sleep the night that you changed his nap. So
it's because I'm cutting him down from 3 to 2.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yes.
So I'd already pre-warned you that it was going to be a dad heavy day, but you really struggled to put work down. So you were trying to do it around stuff, and like I saw you as well, you were getting so worked up, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything, but you were trying to do some work as you were cooking dinner, and so you were getting really overstimulated, really annoyed, and in my head I was like, just put the laptop down. Why are you trying to cook and work at the same time? It's not going to work.
Because I can do this.
And you got so frustrated, and I was like, you can do it in the evening, like you're freer than me in the evenings as well. Yeah. So it made me laugh, but it's like that thing of like, I get it, and especially when you're like entrepreneur brain.
I'm passionate as well, like, and I like what I do. I like helping people. I do love helping people.
Yeah.
Like I know that you've always been kind of like, because you only met this version of me where I was like coming from a place of healing.
You were burnt out.
I was so burnt out from helping so many people. Like I'm extending myself beyond what I could actually hold. Yeah. Like I didn't have the capacity to help people in the way I was in my previous seasons, and I was just continuing to do it because I didn't have God. I didn't have the boundaries, and I was coming from a place of trauma. Yeah. So everything that I was doing in my past business season was coming from a place of like, if I work hard and get great outcomes, then I will be able to insert everything else that I wanted for my life. Yeah. Right. I can maybe work on my past. I can work on my relationship. I can work on this, that, and then.
I need to achieve success first.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah. I will do all the things.
That ain't it. So yeah, like business trauma, that's kind of how it's kind of been presented itself to me in the last few weeks, was just kind of that hustle mode that is, it's really, do you know Alex Hormozy? You know, so he's like big advocate, right? For like no windows, get in that room, don't come out till you're done, right? Yeah. This guy doesn't have kids, right? Yes. Has a functioning relationship. Anyway, he took down a podcast with, I want to say Tony Robbins. Was it Tony Robbins? Yeah. The guy with the Husky voice. Yeah. He deleted the podcast because Tony Robbins is kind of starting with God, right? So what do you think happened on that podcast?
He was like...
He realised he'd built his entire world off trauma. But he realised it on the podcast. So he had his crash, $1 billion crash on the podcast. He deleted it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can't imagine.
Because Tony Robbins did this
in front of people.
Tony Robbins did this with him. He doesn't know he did it, but he was like, "What's the root of like you're so good at working hard, right?
Why do you push so hard? Why do you hustle? Why do you do all these things? Where does it come from?"
And it broke him.
Oh, I didn't know that, because his wife's very similar as well.
I've always said it as well. Like so many people would used to come up to me and be like, "Oh, do you like them?" And I'm like, Yeah. I'm like, I don't really like anyone on social media. Because I'm like, you don't know the root. You don't know where they're coming from. But I was like, they've been together forever and don't have kids. That says a lot.
Yeah. And she's like,
the same thing as
she's
you
a boss babe.
There's not, and again, nothing wrong with with female leadership. There's
no,
because
yeah,
it can be feminine, it can be done really well.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Proverbs 31 woman.
and what change did she go through with her rise to fame? Well, she's covered in plastic surgery now.
Yeah.
So there's a massive amount of insecurity there.
Yeah.
Which again, it's like, and so I'm sorry that I can just see.
Yeah.
And that something I called 10 years ago happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can't imagine doing that on a podcast.
Yeah, it's hard, but like it's also so necessary.
Yeah.
Because what is great now is that he's going to become the best version of himself.
Yeah.
When everyone else in the world thought this was the best version of him because of how successful he was.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Your success is really only based upon two things. Who like what your heart is doing.
Yeah.
And your heart posture of everything that you do.
Yeah.
And who you're doing it for.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the only two things that matter with everything that we do in our life.
Yeah.
And we think, oh no, like, you know, I have to look after my family. It's like, it doesn't matter. I promise you. The only two things is the heart posture you're doing anything from and who you're doing it for.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I think it's really cool as well to be able to go like, oh, God did it. You know, when people are like, that's amazing, well done. And you're like, God did
it's like,
it.
It's not me.
Like,
it's
God's
God.
working through me. It's like...
I'll remind you of that.
Shut up!
When like a bunch of people are like,
Beth,
you're amazing. And you're like, thanks.
This is for my
away.
new YouTube channel reaches successful heights.
Yeah. Anything else you need to say about business trauma?
It's just interesting watching you flip-flop between. I think that's the interesting thing with trauma. So one day you'll be fine, you'll be grounded, you'll be rooted, and you'll do really good work.
Yeah.
And then one day you'll procrastinate and you'll be like, I just don't know what to do. And like you'll be really stuck and be like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And then one day you'll hustle so hard and refuse to put it down. And then you get really aggro. So it's like, it's not consistent. Like every day is different when there's trauma because you don't know which bits of it are being highlighted on which day. And so I think that's an interesting
part of it is the entrepreneurial like personality of like, well, now that I know what I'm doing, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
To 1,000, I'm going to go 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At this one thing because I've got clarity.
Yeah, I do the same.
If I haven't got clarity.
Yeah, it stalls.
And then it's like, why? So for me now, it's like, and this is how my brain works. My brain just doesn't just go like, why am like, what am I doing? Why am I like? That's kind of the end of where I get to if I still can't find clarity after I've gone through all the things. But if I can't find clarity, what happens for me is a lot of doubt comes up. Of like, maybe you're not good enough to do this thing that you were doing even just yesterday. Maybe you're not good enough for this bit.
Yeah.
Maybe there's people who are better at this than you. That's what starts.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is where I'm going to start finding all my trauma. Because if you've gone through it this week, it's probably going to be me next week.
Yeah.
So then, if I start entertaining that, maybe we can even just do me live, right? It's like, well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is that like, I now can't move forwards with the things that I need to move forwards on, because there's enough doubt coming up for me, circling in my mind that it's leading me to become confused about what task I need to get done first, right? Or like, I don't even think this task is going to give me the outcome that I want. Like, you start doubting every single piece that's connected to the outcome that you're trying to pursue.
Is that why my to-do lists help?
Yeah.
I really like doing them for you.
Like,
I can like see it.
And what I love is that like, I'm like, can you go ask Holy Spirit? I'm like, can you go ask Holy Spirit, because like, this is what and I always give you like, this is what I think I need to do today. I was like, just go and ask, and you come back with context to what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, he told me this but didn't tell me it like that.
Yeah.
And then I go and do it. It's done.
That one on my run the other day was amazing.
I knew you were gonna get it because I had asked, and he was like, no, I'm not. And that's the other thing is that like, the Holy Spirit limits what he tells me, and Jesus, like God, they limit what they tell me, because they know me.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're gonna make him sweat.
Yeah.
Because if they gave it to him on a plate, as you now know, it would be done by the afternoon. Like it's done. I love stuff like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, doubt starts first, and it kind of leaks into tasks, and then tasks don't get done, and then by the time it then gets me like having to spend time with the kids, I feel so I feel like a failure. And so then they inevitably pick up on that energy.
Yeah.
And just respond to it with like, maybe they're a little bit more like less obedient.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a little bit more like whiny or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it builds that frustration. It elicits that frustration. And this is the beauty, because then I get to pull at the root of like,
what's going on?
What is going on? Why are you so frustrated? Why do you feel like a failure? Why do you feel like all these things? When what's the truth of the situation? The truth is that you were no closer to your outcome than you were yesterday. And that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because your outcome is coming towards you regardless, if I believe that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter when you get this work, right? Like, and I can settle that nervous system and be like, oh, I'm not stressed. But what's the root? Well, the root is that I grew up with, like, if I go back, there was the beliefs that were kind of shaped around work in my life were, you can't pursue a passion first and foremost. You have to have a job that, even if you don't like, you need to do it because it's going to provide you income.
Because you're meant to.
Right? And I was always like, that's not true. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. And
so what it meant was that I chose things that I was passionate about, even if I wasn't skilled in them. And I worked as hard as I possibly could to make my ends meet. So I got into, like, essentially music, fitness, all those things. They were passions of mine that I was like, I'll try and figure out how to monetize them later. I'm not worried about that. And I did, which was great, but I couldn't get off that time for money wheel for a long time. That took me until I was like 25 to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, same.
And then, so like another belief that I had was that, my mum was a school teacher, and I wasn't good at maths.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at I didn't really like school. I wasn't good at school.
Yeah, me neither.
And so that used to bug her, because I would love sport and doing all the physical things, but anything that was sit down and write this, it's boring. I liked creative writing, that's about it. And I liked history. Creative writing and history, I used to kind of like those subjects. But every parents' evening, every homework, every time I had to do anything in related to school with my mum next to me, she made me feel like a failure.
Yeah.
She made me feel worthless. She made me feel like, you're not good enough, you're bad at this. And I was compared to my sister.
Yeah.
Who was A-star everything, and first siblings, right? It's like, no, you've just traumatized her so much that she will not put a foot out of line because she's fearful of you.
Yeah, they're harsher.
That's all that is.
My parents were way harsher.
It's not performance. It's not like, oh, she's special skilled. It's performance.
Yeah.
She knows how to perform for you. That's what that is. And I think it's the same for most firstborns. Because parents, what would you say? They test, it's test run, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You get the more raw version of the parent as a firstborn.
And they're not as tired and stuff, so they're on you more, and you're doing everything for the first time for them, so they're stricter. All my stuff, as a teenager, for example, my curfew was stricter. My phone allowance was stricter. Everything was strict.
The expectations were a lot higher for you. Yeah.
And then by the time my brother, 7 years later, went through the same thing, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. There was no rules. There was nothing. And I was looking at it and I was like, are you joking? At least have something rather than all or nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see how that would have imprinted on you, because I think to some degree, all eldest daughters have a thing where we all go to each other oh, you're an eldest daughter, aren't you? Yeah.
It's funny, I never knew that until I got with you.
Yeah, it's
and then
such
I saw you do it,
thing.
and I was like, oh, you're so stuck up. And you're like, you're such a younger sibling vibe. And I was like, well, yeah, sound. I'd rather be a young. It's I actually got to sit in it and be like, I'd rather be that.
Yeah, younger brothers are annoying.
And I saw how
how
much it annoyed you.
Yeah, whereas elder sisters got a lot of responsibility, and I think we do a lot of mothering, and if it's not corrected, I should have been corrected. I shouldn't 100%. Have mothered my siblings.
You've seen me correct Theo when he tries to step in, because that's what he just did at nursery or whatever it was, and I'm like, hey bud, not your role. No,
you're his brother.
And you can see him. He's getting younger at the moment.
Yeah,
he's enjoying being he's cute. Yeah. He's so cute at the moment.
Yeah. So you can see that that needed corrected in me. I needed to be corrected for mothering. I needed to be corrected for these things, but I was the eldest, and it just was the way it was. Yeah. But yeah, carry on. So the wound comes from feeling
that's
like
probably
a failure.
That's probably where the wound comes from, and then I think the wound of not having a dad, I always felt like I had to prove myself.
Yes.
So that concoction of just childhood behaviours and patterns that were kind of press, or let's say that again just went uncorrected.
Yeah.
It went uncorrected, let's say. That kind of followed me into that hustle mode. Then I was thrown out at like 18, 19, so I had to go. I was working 3 jobs. I was attending university and I had to afford my own apartment. And my mum left the country.
Yeah.
So my nearest family member was 2.5 hours away north.
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah.
That's it. It was me trying to figure everything out. So that paired with then a fight or flight kind of nervous system of like, well, you got to go and provide for yourself now. And there's no support whatsoever, no savings, no financial help from anyone else. That gave me that hustle.
Yeah.
Because it was like hustle or die.
Well, yeah, it's like
it was
survival.
just survival.
Yeah.
So I then just took that on into everything, and I was praised for it. Gosh, you're such a hard worker for someone who's so young.
People used to say that to me.
You're gonna go places because your work ethic's insane.
It's like I have to.
And I was like,
this is it.
Yeah, and so I just literally I would work 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'd still manage to go out for like a beer with my friends
Yeah.
after that 14-hour day. Get up at 5 o'clock the next day and just carry on doing
Yeah.
it all the time. And you're young, you can do it.
Yeah.
Right, but you can't. It comes with consequence. It comes with
Yeah.
massive consequences, which is when the first time you get told that you can stop.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
That sends you into
It's
fight or
like,
flight
take a
again
break
because you're
and
like,
you're like, what?
yeah, your brain goes mad. There he is. I opened my own gym when I was 21, and no clients on day 1, no clients on day 2, no clients on week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Took us about 6 weeks to get our first client. We had 3 months before rent was due, and it was a quarterly payment that was due. You've got business rates coming out. You've got your utilities, your insurance, anything we were paying for like equipment wise monthly. So like we had costs already, and we had a big cost coming up within 12 weeks, and we had no clients for like 6 to 8 weeks. So my hustle culture, my hustle mode, it never stopped.
Yeah.
And then I did that for like 4 or 5 years before I asked for help with mentorship and invested money in mentorship.
Yeah.
And that was the best journey ever. Like that changed everything for me because I started to learn new skills about business, and I changed the business within weeks. I invested I put 2.5K down, which was the last 2.5 grand in my bank account, and it was literally a sink or swim. It was like, if this doesn't make me back enough money to continue the mentorship, the gym's done.
Yeah.
Because I'm done. And they were like, you'll make your money back, don't worry. And that was only 10% of the actual investment I'd signed up for. It was 25 grand. And so I was in this commitment.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this has to work.
Yeah.
And we installed an on-ramp program in the gym. They gave us a bunch of different systems to use, and we smashed it, and we turned it around within a year, and then within 2 years we employed 6 full-time members of staff, and I was the only one doing that in our local area. No one could employ coaches because they were like, we can't put that on our low retention membership service. Whereas we were paying coaches like 2.5 grand a month, and they were like brand new coaches, shouldn't have been earning that much, but like they were brand new, and one of my coaches was earning more than me at one point as well, which is really good. And I was like happy for him. I was like, man, if you want to work that much, cool, like go for it. And he was like, yeah. I was like, sound. Like, he had really good clients that stuck around for a long time. So yeah, business trauma, just kind of a little bit of that kind of creeps up every now and then because I don't have that anymore. And like, I was so burnt out by the time I sold the gym.
Yeah.
That, and what was really great was like God had kind of planned my exit.
Yeah.
Because he gave me, like, I think I was contracted like maybe 10 hours like a week of working for the mentorship company that I was a client of, and just online. And so coming from what I was coming from, it meant I wasn't doing nothing. I still had focus, and it was within the area.
Yeah.
So, because like you can't just switch off.
Yeah.
He's getting really overstimulated by me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Yeah. Just right in the mic as well. Yeah, our baby's not farting. Hey, bud. We're gonna have to pause this, I reckon, and do a part 2.
Yeah, maybe. I love that he doesn't like it when you talk.
Literally. It's just me. Look. He's like,
He's like,
be
can
quiet.
you not?
Hey, we're gonna have to do a part 2. But the part 2 is gonna be even better.